Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's your boy Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session on February 24th, 2023, man. We're going to call this Bounce Back Friday. After yesterday was a rough day premium-wise, man, 1-3. We had the Grizzlies who decided to fall apart in the fourth quarter. The Thunder Buddies decided to do the same thing, and so did the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. Hated to see all three of those teams do that to us in the fourth quarter, man. The Lakers went through for us, but we're going to bounce back tonight on this Friday night. We have smashed the weekends over the past, 2 months or so, so we're going to try to do just that again, man. My best bets can be found at Pick Dawgz Premium. Just click that link in the description. Takes you right to my handicapper page, man. There you can find my long-term packages. Scoop up a 3-day. You get my plays for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Every sport. College hoops, basketball, NBA, and NHL. So you can get all that over at Pick Dawgz Premium. My $15 NBA Jam session play. We will bounce back on tonight. I love tonight's play. We dropped last night with Cleveland. I thought they had it in the bag. They didn't. They folded late. But we're going to bounce back on that play today. My best bet is only $15 over at pickdawgz.com, so you can scoop that up over there. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJays. That's where I update y'all on late injury news and update y'all and let y'all know if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man. I got a live show for y'all that does the same thing now as well, man. 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. I give out a free parlay on that show as well as we just run the card through one more time. We have guests on that show coming up soon. All that great stuff. So check us out there on that live show, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Here on this jam session, though, y'all know we're going to do the same thing as always. We're going to try to smash it per usual. Bounce back night on a Friday. Let's get hot, man. And without further ado, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the New York Knicks, man. They're out on the road facing the Washington Wizards. Wizards laying 1.5, total 224.5. I mean, for me in this one, man, I'm rolling with the best road team in the NBA in the New York Knicks, man. They're the best cover team on the road at 19-10 against the spread, and they're the second best team straight up on the road as they are 17-12 straight up out there, man. And the only team that's better is the Boston Celtics at 19-10. So the Knicks have won 58.6% of their road games, and I think tonight they actually match up well with this Wizards team. I think they go in here and continue rolling on the road, man. Both teams had won 4 of their last 5 heading into this game, which was before the All-Star break. So both teams were playing well heading in there, man. Bradley Beal is listed as questionable day-to-day for this game, so that's a piece of news we need to watch. I like the Knicks, though, here in this one, man, quite honestly. We already seen them win the first one in Washington, 112-108 on the 13th of January. The Wizards turn around, won the second one, 116-105 in New York on the 18th of January. I've said it all season. For some reason, the Knicks just play their best basketball outside of Madison Square Garden. I'm not sure if that's because other teams come into Madison Square Garden and it's such a historic venue that everybody wants to play their best basketball there, or if the Knicks just really, really like playing out on the road, man. I haven't really figured out what it was, but it's the case. It's just a fact that they like playing out on the road better. I think they're a better team right now, currently constructed, than this Washington Wizards team. I think they beat them straight up, man. I know the Wizards were playing better basketball. Kuzma has upped his game this year. Porzingis playing at a nice level. Bradley Beal just can't seem to get hurt. That's what's really holding this team back. He just can't seem to stay healthy. But here tonight in this very matchup, I think the Knicks win it. The Knicks have been road warriors all season. The best road cover team in the NBA. Second best record straight up on the road. I think they go into Washington and get themselves a win. I'll take the Knicks on the money line here in our first matchup of the night. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're out on the road facing the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks laying 1, total 225. Me personally, I want to lean Cleveland. I like Cleveland a lot in this spot. I'm still upset at Cleveland for what they did to us last night. They were my best bet, winning the entire way through. There were spurts in that game where they were winning it pretty comfortably, but played with their food, allowed the Nuggets to stay in the game, and the Nuggets came back and bit them in the ass and won that game outright, man. It was a tough sight to see, as like I said, Cleveland was my bet of the day. Yesterday, that was the story of the day yesterday. All my teams were right there in the end and fell apart late. Cavs, Grizz, Thunder. It was just one of those nights. We're going to bounce back tonight on this Friday night, though. We're going to put that behind us. I'm still upset at Cleveland, but I do believe they're the right side in this one. Atlanta, the 29-30, I think that's exactly what they are. Even, average 50-50 type team. I think Cleveland is just a much better team here in this one off 2 straight losses. I know they're on a road back-to-back. I don't really like that, but Off that 9-game break that they just had, I don't think anybody sits. I think everybody plays. I think a point of emphasis will be put on this game, and I think the Cavs do win this game straight up. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. Atlanta, they did fire their coach. That could be, a jolt for this team, but I don't really think so, to be honest. I think the Cavs go ahead and just win this basketball game. Cleveland on the road, like I said, they're not the same juggernaut on the road as they are at home, but they are just straight up the better team. Cleveland on the road, 12, 16, and 2 against the spread. But Atlanta's really not much better either. It's a wash, in my opinion. Atlanta is 12 and 15 against the spread on their home floor. So it's not like Atlanta at home has been something dominant. It's actually been quite the opposite. Cleveland, I think, is, like I said a minute ago, straight up the better team off of 2 straight losses. I think this should be a bounce back and get right opportunity for them. I'm going to take them on the money line here in this matchup. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Miami Heat out on the road facing the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee laying 1.5, total 220. Line's only where it's at because no Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. He's listed as doubtful to play. I'm here to tell you he's not playing. He might miss a few games, to be honest, so just be watching that if you're trying to bet the Bucks. But in that same breath, y'all know Miami is the #1 spot on my do not bet list. I do not bet Miami. And quite honestly, I think the Bucks are still the better team, and I think the Bucks still win this game. The Bucks are still on that long winning streak, and just because Giannis doesn't play doesn't mean they're just going to fold up and run and hide. I don't think so at all. I think they still win this game, and they probably win it pretty comfortably. Milwaukee is, let's see, Milwaukee at home is dominant, like dominant. Milwaukee at home is 24-5. They've only lost 5 games at home all season. I know majority of those are with Giannis, but this is still a deep team. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez. This team is still going to compete with Miami in this one. I think they still win this basketball game. I know the Heat won the 2 first matchups, 111-95 and 108-102. Both of those were in Miami, and Giannis did not play in both of those. But we're in Milwaukee here in this one, man. Milwaukee won the last one 123-115 on the 4th of February. I think they win this one as well. Miami is the worst cover team in all of the NBA, man. My Mavs got a win and cover last night, which now pushes this Miami Heat team to the 30th spot in the cover teams, man. The worst cover team in all of the NBA. They are now 21, 35, and 3 against the spread this season. I've only covered in 37.5% of their games. They're on the road where they've been better. Y'all know when we see the Miami Heat at home, they're an automatic fade. Automatic fade when we see them at home. On the road, they've been better. They're still terrible, though. They're 12, 16, and 1 against the spread out on the road. Have only covered in 42.9% of their games. They're pretty banged up as well. Still no Kyle Lowry. Tyler Hero listed as day-to-day. No Giannis tonight, but the Bucks still rolling, still on this winning streak. I think they still pull this one out on their home floor, man. Not going to overcomplicate it. Not going to overreact too much to injury news. Give me the Bucks, a really solid, a really deep team. I think they still win this one on their home floor tonight. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Charlotte Hornets out on the road facing the Minnesota Timberwolves, a.k.a. the House of Disappointment, man. Minnesota laying 7.5, total 240. The Hornets won the first matchup this season, man, 110-108 on the 25th of November. That basketball game was in Charlotte. It looks like Karl Anthony Towns played that game. It looks like LaMelo did not play this game. But these are 2 totally different teams from then and now. The Minnesota Timberwolves heading into the break had only won 2 of their last 5. Charlotte had won 2 straight heading into the break, beat up on San Antonio by 10, beat the Hawks on their home floor 144-138. So they're on a little 2-game winning streak. If I'm going to be honest, if I do lean anywhere, 9 times out of 10, I'm not betting this game. I don't really feel comfortable laying this many points with the Timberwolves, but I do think they win, and I do lean in their direction. I'm going to say this, though. These are the spots where we call them the House of Disappointment. They're probably going to be up 10, 12, heading into the 4th quarter and somehow find a way to win this game by 6. It's just what we've seen from the Timberwolves, hence why they have the name the House of Disappointment. Me personally, I don't like betting my money on this team. I just don't. But this Hornets team is awful, man. Minnesota should win this basketball game. They should. Let's see. Charlotte out on the road. They're 15, 16, and 2 against the spread out on the road. So about 50-50. We're going to look at Minnesota. Minnesota on their home floor, 17 and 16 against the spread on their home floor. So about 50-50 as well. I'm not betting this game probably. If anything, I do think the Timberwolves for sure win the money line. You could probably pair this one up with another one of your favorite money line plays today. I could put this one in a money line parlay, as I do think the Wolves win the game. I do lean them laying the 7.5, but they're the house of disappointment, and I have my worries laying huge numbers with them like this. So lean Timberwolves. I like them on the money line, laying the 7.5. I lean that direction, but I don't love it at all. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Brooklyn Nets out on the road facing the Chicago Bulls. Bulls laying 1.5, total 225. Me personally, man, I'm fading Chicago a ton for the rest of the season, man. That's just what I'm going to do. And we're going to start it off tonight with taking the Nets on the money line. I think the Nets currently constructed are the better team. I think the Nets go in here and win this basketball game. The Bulls have now lost 6 straight games heading into the All-Star break. They were not playing good basketball, and quite honestly, coming out of it, I don't think nothing changes. They did add Pat Bev. Pat Bev's not a game changer. He's a good piece, a guy that I really like, a guy that can help teams, but he's not going to elevate this Chicago Bulls team. This Bulls team is a team that's too far gone. They should have had their fire sale at the deadline. Should have probably got rid of Levine. DeMar DeRozan, they probably should have sent him somewhere. This is the Bulls team, in my opinion, is not going to make the playoffs. It's a Bulls team that at the end of the year, man, it's going to be over. This is how I see it. Hey, I'm not somebody that's high on this Bulls team at all, man. Like I said, they've lost 6 straight. I think they go for 7 straight losses in a row. Brooklyn, on the other hand, I kind of like them, man. I do. I know a lot of people were like, why'd they blow it up, get rid of Kyrie and KD? But I will say, the pieces they got back, man, they still got a good team over there, man. They got guys. They don't have no star. But they got guys that are just going to show up, play defense, get a bucket, and wear you down for the majority of the game. And I think that's exactly what they do to the Chicago Bulls team, man. I'm fading the Bulls a lot second half of this year, man. Like I said, I think they failed to miss the playoffs. I think this is a team that should have blown up at the All-Star break. At the trade deadline. They did not do it. I don't know what to really think of them. Zach LaVine, he's not really that same guy we probably thought of him in years past. I would say in years past, LaVine was probably a top 3 shooting guard in the league, 4 or 5 for sure. I wouldn't even say he's that right now. DeMar DeRozan, he was pretty banged up heading into the break, man. Lonzo, his knee looks like to be gone. His career might be over. The addition of Pat Bev is nice, but like I said a minute ago, he's not a game changer. I think the Nets currently constructed are a better team, playing the better basketball right now. I think they go into Chicago, get themselves a win. I'm taking the Nets on the money line here in this matchup tonight. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got our favorite money-making team, man. They're out here again, man. The Thunder Buddies, the Cover Buddies, the best cover team in all of the NBA, man. They're on the road, though, facing the Phoenix Suns, who we know go stupid, dummy, crazy on their home floor. The Suns are laying 8.5, total 233. The Thunder Buddies, man, sold the bag last night, bro. We're winning the majority of the game, winning the whole way through. Fourth quarter, they fell apart. The game still went to overtime, and they lost it there 120-119 on the road to Utah. Now a road back-to-back against a team like Phoenix, who, A, morale is at an all-time high with the addition of Kevin Durant, knowing he's on the horizon to join this team. B, a Suns team who already was going stupid, dummy, crazy on their home floor the last 2-3 seasons, man. I think it's a spot where we just lay the points, don't overcomplicate it, and just take the Suns. That's what I'm doing here in this one. The Thunder Buddies are our team, man. We make a lot of money betting the Thunder Buddies, but I will say, this second half, this last little push of the NBA season, man, we got to watch them, man. I do think they mess around, make the play-in, mess around, make the playoffs, but fading the Suns at home just doesn't seem like a great place to be in this particular matchup tonight. I do possibly see this one as a blowout win. I think the Suns probably win this one by 15 plus. It's just how I see it. The Suns go stupid, dummy, crazy on their home floor. Let's not forget, they were the #1 seed last year, and they're just now finally getting healthy. Devin Booker missed extended time. Chris Paul had missed some time. This is really the first stretch we've seen them fully healthy. And like I said, with Kevin Durant on the horizon, this is not a team I really want to be fading, especially not on their home floor. Laying 8.5 is a big number, especially against the best cover team in the NBA, the Thunder Buddies. But I think it's warranted. I do think this could possibly be a woodshed, man. Lay the points with the Suns. This should be a 15-point win, in my opinion. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Houston Rockets out on the road facing the Golden State Warriors, man. Golden State laying 9.5, total 235. Golden State is on a back-to-back after losing last night to the Los Angeles Lakers. That was a bet we did have go green last night. At least that one went through. I told y'all, we're going to be betting the Lakers a lot the second half. They're going to make a second half push. They're going to make the playoffs to bet on team second half of the season, the Los Angeles Lakers. Golden State, I kind of feel the same about them as well, man. On the road, though, we're not going to touch them on the road. We're not going to touch them on the road. Although they're probably going to start playing better basketball on the road. We might got to find our spots. At home, we've been betting Golden State all season. 9.5 is a pretty big line, man. It is. I'm not going to be honest. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It's a huge number, but I'm laying it. Golden State at home has been dominant all season. They beat up on Houston twice this season, 120-101 in Golden State, the last one on the 3rd of December, and 127-120 on the 20th of November in Houston. Which was surprising because Golden State does not win on the road. But they did win that one. They won it pretty comfortably. I think they beat up on them again for the third straight time. Golden State at home this season is 17-11-1 against the spread. And straight up, we know they go stupid, dummy, crazy. But I think they win this game pretty comfortably. I can see this being like a 15-point win for the Warriors when it's all said and done. I know they've only won one of their last 5. They've been struggling. But I do think they bounce back here in this one. This is the perfect spot to do so. The Rockets, man, they got hammered 133-96 on the road to Oklahoma City, 123-104 by Philly, 97-95 to Miami, so they kept it competitive, and 140-120 at home to Sacramento. So in their last 5 games, they've been beaten by 20-plus in 3 of those. I definitely think Golden State can do the same thing on their home floor where they've been dominant at all season. Give me the Warriors. I'll lay the 9.5 with them here in this matchup tonight. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got the Sacramento Kings out on the road facing the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers laying 6.5, total 232. Kings, man, on a back-to-back after winning last night in pretty dominant fashion over the Blazers, man. The Blazers really didn't have nobody playing. Damian Lillard sat. Anthony Simons is hurt. So, it was just a good spot for the Kings to be dominant. But I'm still staying with the same thing I said about the Kings yesterday. I do think they're due for some regression. I do. They're currently sitting at 3rd in the West. I don't think they stay there. I could possibly see even this Clippers team climbing that high. I think the Clippers put it to them tonight in L.A. That's just how I see it, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. I think this is a spot where the Clippers come out here and continue to play good basketball. Since Kawhi Leonard has made it an emphasis to start playing basketball games and him and Paul George are on the floor together, they've been hooping. They just been hooping, bro. And I'm not going to fade them here tonight. I think tonight should be a spot where they win this one pretty comfortably. They're working with revenge as the Kings hammered them the last time out, 123-96 on the 3rd of December. I don't think anybody really played in that one, though. Yeah, nobody really played for the Clippers in that one, but they still got hammered. I'm pretty sure they were sitting on the bench, and I'm pretty sure they remember that. They're going to come out here tonight and try to do the same thing. The Clippers won the first matchup 111-109 on the 22nd of October, so at the very beginning of the season. 2 totally different teams now than they were then. I think the Clippers are the better team. I think the Clippers are playing the better basketball. I think the Clippers win this game pretty comfortably, so I'll lay the 6.5 with the Clippers here in this one tonight. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on February 24th, 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new. And drop your like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like, man. My best bets can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium. Just click that link in the description, man. It takes you right to my Handicapper page. That's where you can find my $15 NBA Jam Session play, which we did drop yesterday with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They were winning the whole game. Fell apart in the 4th, man. Hated to see that. We're going to bounce back on that play today. We had hit the 2 previous prior. We're going to get back on a winning streak and hit this one tonight. You can scoop that up over at Pickdawgz Premium, $15. Or you can hop on a long-term package. You can find those there at Pickdawgz Premium as well. This is what I would do. Try me out, man, for the weekend. We've smashed the weekends over the last few. Hop on a 3-day, man. You get all my plays for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's hockey, NBA, and college hoops, man. Every sport that I'm active in, every play that I release in the time frame of the package that you buy, you get all those plays, man. So try me out for the weekend, man. Let's get hot in this NBA. Let's bounce back today on this Friday. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJs. That's where I update y'all on late injury news. Let y'all know if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man. I also drop free parlays and free plays over there occasionally. But we also got the live afternoon show for that information as well. So tune in there, man. We're live 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do that Monday through Friday, man. A late afternoon show. We're going to have guests on there sometimes. and we're just going to run through the card one more time. Gives us the opportunity to react to any late injury and information that came out, because y'all know this video comes out early, so it gives us the opportunity to correct that later in the day. So check that out, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. I'll see y'all later on that show, man. Let's make some money today. I'll see y'all later. I'm out. Peace.